This is the jacket I'm working with today. I just need to fix that big hideous hole in the lining. It's embarrassing, but yeah, we can pretend it's not there, but it's actually there, so let's fix it. Welcome back, guys. I'm Yemi. Welcome back to my channel. So let's get into this video. Right now I'm just measuring from the bottom of the lining to the highest point of the hole on the lining. That way I know where to cut the lining away from the rest of the jacket, which is what I'm going to do. I'm pinning along from one end to the other end. I would use chalk on a normal day, but I know chalk would probably not show, so I'm using pins. So now that I've marked that part out, I'm just going to use my seam ripper to take out the seam up to that point. I'll do the same thing on the other side. Take my seam ripper, use it to take out the seam up to that point. So random question of the day, what's the strangest thing in your fridge? In my fridge there's a cream, hair cream I think. It's kind of nice when you do braids and then the cream you're using is kind of soothing and cold sometimes. So yeah, there's hair cream in the fridge, courtesy my housemate. So right now I'm just cutting away the lining like I said I would do earlier. I'm using my pinky shears because yeah, this thing's a lifesaver. It keeps the fabric from fraying anyhow. So if you have fabrics that fray, it would be nice if you use the scissors. Actually, that's what I wanted to say. I'm just cutting this from one end to the other end, and then I'll work with that piece that I've cut away. So right now I'm doing my measurement again so I can cut away that hole from the rest of the lining. I'm measuring like I did before so that everything can be kind of uniform. You know, this kind of sewing and cutting is hard work because you're just bending in different directions. I don't even know. The body pain I have from doing this is terrible, but yeah, I do it anyways. So I'm just cutting this part away completely from the rest of the lining. And when I'm done with that part, I'm just going to join it back to the jacket. But before I do that, I'm cutting little strips of stabilizer and I'm attaching the stabilizer to the lining on the wrong side. So this is just to give some form of, well, stability. This lining is really slippery and it would be nice if you have some form of stability. That way when you're sewing, it's not just moving around anyhow. Right now I'm joining it back to the jacket, the rest of the jacket, the lining part of the jacket actually. I do not know what this seam is called. I cannot remember what it is called. I would say it's a French seam, but I think French seam is like a little bit different from this. I can't remember the exact name of this one. Or maybe it's like a variant of French seam. I don't know. It's a damn shame that I do not know the meaning. But yeah, not the meaning, the name, the actual name. I can't remember the actual name. Let me show you close up what I'm trying to do. I'm actually joining the rest of the lining to that part where I cut it off like this, and I'm joining wrong side to wrong side, so I'm going to sew on the right side. That way when I'm done sewing on the right side, I'm going to just fold it this way like this and finish up the sewing. That way all the raw edge is hidden, which is what I want to achieve. So I'm just sewing with like an inch of seam allowance, sort of. Remember that upper part is kind of like longer. I left a little space there compared to the lower part, so yeah, that was deliberate. And I'm sewing on the right side, just so you know, just so you're informed. So remember that because I cut that part away, the lower part of the lining now is kind of longer, so I had to pleat all the excesses I had. I forgot to mention that. Now that I'm done sewing, I'm just folding this over. I put it back under the foot. Is it foot or footer? It's foot. And I'm going to sew again. I tried to use a decorative stitch here, but let's just say that was a failed attempt. The stitch that I tried to use, I don't know if I didn't get the settings right, or maybe because I'm sewing on lining, it's not just working out right. So I ended up returning to like regular stitch. It was looking like a regular straight stitch, so there was really no point. It did not look decorative at all. But yeah, that's pretty much what I did to complete this part of the sewing. Just sewing with that stitch that I picked from one end to the other end. You can try, attempt to use a decorative stitch if you want to, but I did not see the need anyways. I'm going to try and go over like my decorative stitches on my sewing machine. I kind of promised someone I'll do that. Hopefully I have the time to actually go through. Now that we're done with that, let's take a quick look at what it looks like. You can see all the excesses I had that I pleated. It just added a little more, extra oomph to the not so dull outfit. Right now I'm just going to join the rest of the lining back to the jacket so that we can complete this repair. As you can see, I had to turn it inside out, so right now I'm sewing on the wrong side, joining wrong side to wrong side. Sorry, right side facing right side, and I'm sewing on the wrong side. Yeah, this can get really confusing. Now that we're done, here is the reveal. So that's it. That's the jacket. Yeah, you can take off your jacket without feeling, ashamed or whatnot. No damn shame anymore. And I can just put my hands in my pocket and, resurrect my modeling career. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.